Well, good morning and welcome to Thursday morning, the 12th of May. Today, our devotion this morning is entitled Out on a Ledge. Out on a Ledge. Deuteronomy 32:4 says, He is the rock, His works are perfect, and all His ways are just. A faithful God who does no wrong, upright and just is He. Again, Deuteronomy 32:4. Clay Engel moved to Colorado to play baseball in the Rocky Mountain Collegiate League. One evening he went hiking in Estes Park, planning to spend the night in his hammock. As he looked for a place to camp in the darkness, he became trapped on a ledge with no way up or down. When I realized I was stuck, I had a very overwhelming panic attack, he said, which I've never experienced before or since. It was very supernatural, like the enemy. There was all this fear and anxiety and panic. It overwhelmed me. I thought so many things. The thoughts were flying through my head. I remember crying out to God, saying, God, I need help. In his panic, Clay tumbled off the cliff and hit the ground so hard he was unconscious for 5 hours. He had a fractured skull, a fractured vertebra, and a deep gash through his thigh. When he came to, he had no idea where he was. He staggered to his feet and began limping down the mountain. Then something mysterious happened. He recalls a short woman with a white shawl walking beside him. The two never spoke. She walked with him to a cabin, and then he saw her no more. A retired Navy medic opened the door, and he instantly went into action, calling the paramedics and saving Clay's life. Today, Clay is married, still involved in baseball, and zealous for serving Jesus Christ. I think what I've realized the most, and something I've seen very clearly, is how faithful God is. I've experienced God's faithfulness so clearly. In Deuteronomy 32, Moses wrote his final sermon, his final sermon for Israel, a closing song. Oh, praise the greatness of our God, he sings. He is the rock. His works are perfect, and all his ways are just. A faithful God who does no wrong. And that's in verses 3 and 4 of Deuteronomy 32. When you're stuck on a ledge, maybe for the point of this, not a literal one, but when you're stuck on a ledge, remember that God is your rock and he is faithful. The closing is from Streams in the Desert. Though I cannot tell the reason, I can trust, and so am blessed. God is love, and God is faithful. So in perfect peace, I rest. This is an unusual story for sure. I don't know that everybody who gets stuck on a ledge and falls off has a little old lady in a shawl walk them to the retired medic who lives in the area. Some things are specific for certain people, but the principle, I believe, is true. No matter what difficulty we may be in, God is there. He was there with Daniel in the lion's den. He was there with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace. He was with Paul and Silas in prison. And the thing is, we don't always get out of them like this, but he is with us. He is with us, and we can depend on that. He's faithful to us. If we will look to that reality, very likely having that reality reinforced to us will help us get through, will help us win the day, so to speak. God is faithful even when we're out on a ledge of some kind. He is there. Put your faith in him.